Well, happy Wednesday, my ladies and my gents. Uh, Today we're going to be doing a What Did You Buy Wednesday hosted by Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop. And he his mantra about this is if you bought something, even if it's paintbrush a couple of weeks ago, glasses aren't sitting straight, that's better. Um, and you got that, that's fine. If you got a bunch of stuff from vendor, that's great. Um, Door creaked. If you just got some money saving tips, we're all in for saving money as well. And today, since I haven't bought anything in the last week, I've got a few things on order. But I thought I'd give a little bit of some ideas to save a bit of money and help you out. And so let me get the camera turned around and we'll get to it. Well, as you can see, I've got an assortment of stuff. The pizza box is not some of Josh's stuff. I've used it for storage. And I've got, to start with, several packages of hosing by Parts by Parks. And you can tell that they've got various numbers on them. And on the back, it's got what it shows them to be. And with the approximate size. So like this is basically, excuse me, allergies. This is basically a 1-inch hose. It's real good for heater hose. It's real good for spark plug wire boots, stuff like that. You got the 1.5 inch, 2-inch, and this is your 2.5 inch. And real good for radiator hoses, especially the 2 and 2.5 inch. Mercy. But a lot of y'all know, if you're trying to use vinyl hosing like this, it doesn't like to form. So that's where these products come in. Picture hanger wire. This is very small. I'm not sure the gauge, but it's a little less than 0.5 millimeter. You drill a half millimeter hose in your engine block and your firewall for like a heater hose, or from your engine block to the radiator for a radiator hose. It works really well. Tons of other uses. Really easy to make a spring out of. It's soft, it's flexible, easy to form, but it's also fairly stiff. And for the bigger tubing, got this. It's 22 gauge, and it's about almost twice as thick, and it's a lot stiffer, a little bit harder to work with. But for this, to give you an idea, just so I'm not getting everything out, we're going to take the 2.5 inch radiator hose, and you just, you get it to where you want it, and you get the wire worked in, and you want to bend it, kink it, and go around. It'll hold its shape because the wire is holding the hose, and it works real well for that. And so you can actually make some realistically folded radiator hoses, and like I said, real nice for that. Get that tucked back in there. So, and this wire is for the smaller hoses, works really well. This, you need about a 0.5 millimeter hole. This one, you're going to need closer to a 1 millimeter. 3/4 millimeter, something along there, 0.7, 0.8, somewhere along in there, to fit it in. And you just take it and drill it in, and you have the wire, when you're doing a radiator hose, you have the wire and you extend it to where the actual hose is a little ways out, and then you tuck this into the hole you've drilled in the firewall, the engine block, the radiator, whatever, air hoses for a truck if you wanted to do it that way. But this will give you a good mounting point for that extra when you put it into that little hole that you've drilled. You don't need a whole lot, maybe yay much. Get that, quit jiggling. Just uh, 3 or 4 millimeters worth, that type of thing. Then, tape. This is HVAC tape. It's about $10, and you get something like, I don't know, 50, 75 yards. And I think I've shown before how you can take and trim a little bit of this and use it to wrap around the ends of your hose and make decent looking hose clamps without going through and doing all the fiddling with the photo etch stuff, which can be a pain in the tookie to try to deal with. It is not that good because it's kind of thick. See if I can get a little bit of it to peel off a little. Work with it here. It's a little thick, and it wouldn't do good for a lot of the bare metal foil. But for stuff like I said, for that, for little things like the hose clamps, things like this, maybe a visor on a truck, something. I haven't tried that yet, but something of that thing, and you get one roll, you got a lifetime supply. But another thing you can do is, some of the tow trucks that are out there, they don't come with very realistic looking line. And I picked this up on Amazon. I don't remember when. It's been months ago. But it's just a heavy thread. And so I can get it to focus, or if I need to zoom it. But it's just a heavy thread. It's not that stiff, and it looks kind of like a black braided steel cable, and works really well, especially like the AMT Peterbilt wrecker, and it doesn't give you any line at all. I did one with a VCG Resins wrecker body that Josh had for a while I used it on that. That new Mobius F3, what is it, an F350 dually wrecker. I haven't picked that up yet. I've got 2 wreckers already, and I'm kind of hesitating on pulling the trigger and getting that. But people are saying the thread that's included there just doesn't look good. And this would look really good for any kind of heavy cable use you might have for whatever you might need. It's definitely not a fine thread. This is equivalent to about I think somewhere around an inch and a half cable, but it does look like like I guess it looks like braided steel cable. So just something to add into it. And I said I got this. It was like, I don't know, $4 or $5. And I've got a lifetime supply here. And so another little tip. You got hosing that you can get from various kits for various reasons. You're not going to use all of it. Keep it. Throw it in a baggie, throw it in a box, throw it with your radiator hoses. I've got this where I've got radiator hoses and spark plug wires all together. And but keep all of that, because you'll never know when it comes in handy. So but that's pretty much what I got for now. So talking about saving money, go check out vcgresins.com. Go shopping. He's got a lot of cool stuff over there. When you do decide to buy some stuff, be sure and use the promo code JESTER10, JESTER 10, at checkout, and save 10% off your order. And yeah, get some really cool stuff there. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. This has gone on long enough. So, B-Tex, signing out.